All right, so now it's time to work our actual technique and our actual takedown. I'm gonna bring in my training partner here, and the first technique that we're gonna go over is our high crotch. Now, this is a double leg tutorial, but it's always easier for me to get to one leg before I can get to two. So the high crotch is gonna teach us the mechanics and the basics for getting in on our shot. How you set up the shot and how you enter the shot is gonna determine how easy it is to finish it. We don't wanna focus too much on the finishing right now. For right now, we're worried about the entrance to the shot. So, again, I'm taking I'm taking my power step. And something that we learned in wrestling that my coach always drilled into my head is something called the triangle of death. And the triangle of death is I'm creating a triangle between his 2 feet and where I'm taking my step. I don't want it to be too close, and I don't want it to be too far away. I want almost an equilateral triangle. Meaning the space between his 2 feet, I want that same space between my foot. That's how I know that my penetration is gonna be right. If I'm too far out, then it's gonna be way easier for him to sprawl on me. If I'm too close, again, way easier for him to go over the top and for him to score. I want right in the middle of those. So I'm creating that triangle of death. And anytime I'm moving with my opponent, whether we're striking, whether we're fighting, I've always got this in my mind. This is the space I want to step. So we're gonna go use our basic step that we use, our power step, to go heel, toe, knee replace. And you can see I'm already getting him off balance even before I drive. If my step is too far, just to demonstrate, he's still got his balance and he can still hip into me. So my drive has to move through him a little bit. So again, I'm moving, I'm taking that step, and I'm here. Notice a few things. This arm is just my guiding arm. It's just helping me get to the leg. This arm is the one I'm using to control. So I always want to keep my back arm deep and strong. I'm also trying to put my ear on his back to where when I finish driving up and through, it's a lot easier for me to maintain that control and maintain that power. Let me show you what I see a lot of guys do. They'll do the same penetration step. They'll stay here, and then they're doing this. What I'm doing, that's a very key difference, that's gonna make that 1% difference between you and a really great fighter, is cutting that angle. So once I take my step, I'm here, and I'm cutting that angle. He's already fallen over before I'm able to even really drive. That's gonna allow me a greater percentage of completing the takedown. The easier that I make these things on me, because he does have his defenses. No one's just gonna let you take him down. But the greater that you can put yourself in training and drilling these things, the easier you're gonna see it become in an actual live event or a live fight or a live competition. So just to go over the details one more time. I'm stepping in this triangle of death. Boom. I'm driving with my knee. My back is staying into my opponent. I almost think like an airplane taking off. I'm thinking here. My back stays strong. My elbows stay in so that I'm able to continue and finish. Again, to finish our high crotch, this arm is the controlling arm. My toe is pointed in the direction I want to go. It's not here. It's pointed in the direction I want to go. I'm up and I'm looking across his back. There's no space here for him to get a choke or for him to control my head. I'm almost thinking to put my ear on his back, on his spine. Now, that's not gonna happen, but when we're training and we're drilling, we really wanna overemphasize certain things. So if I'm able to put my ear on his spine, then I know I'm cutting the right angle. When I go to finish, I don't wanna stay here too long. When I go to finish, I'm taking this big step up and I'm gonna reach with this hand to his knee. I'm not reaching to his hip. I'm not reaching too far low. This is muscle, this is muscle, this is definitely muscle. But his knee, there's no muscle there. That's the area that I wanna be. And I'm driving and staying on my toes. I wanna be on my feet for as long as I possibly can while he's on his back and he's waiting for me to fall on top of him. I don't wanna drag my feet. I wanna be up, driving through the opponent, and then covering at the appropriate time. So we're gonna go over it one more time. To complete this single leg, or to complete this high crotch, I'm gonna take that step, stepping through, and I'm here. And once I go to finish, I drive. And make his life a living hell.